Hello and welcome. My name is Ed and today I'm watching the music video for Peace by ChRocktikal, which I hope I said at least somewhat right. And this is the debut. But, and this is important, one of the members is Xion from Dreamcatcher, and I love Dreamcatcher. They are one of my favorite groups, and Xion is one of my favorite vocalists of all time, so I'm very excited for this. I did see the promotional rollout of the band on Twitter. So I've heard the names of the other members, I've seen the faces, I don't have them in my brain yet, so just bear with me, okay? And I haven't heard the song yet, and that's basically all I have to say before we start. As always, I have the English subtitles on, because we actually have them, which I, for some reason, didn't expect. And yeah, let's get right into it. Whoa! Hello! Looks really cool. It sounds great! That's fun! Before we continue, one thing I want to say, the styling is great because I think all of them have some clothing piece that has red in it, which is a really nice contrast to the pretty blue undertone of everything else. The light is blue, the area they're in is very gray bluish. So that makes it stand out a little more. I'm a tad bit worried. This is the only set, this is going to be the whole music video. I'm not saying that it is. We're going to see. That is a slight worry I have. The song sounds really good. I will have to listen to it a few more times to actually solidify my opinion, but I think I like this. Another thing I'm worried about, and we will see, I just want to mention it before we continue, is that I do hope we get some clearer shots of the other members, because that is something especially with debut music videos, I'm kind of very critical of it, that we get a good shot of all the members. Even though it makes sense, because this is a completely different situation. Usually when you have a group that debuts, either some of the members are previously known or none of the members are previously known. In this case, this is obviously a little bit different because Xion has been in the industry for so long already. It makes sense that they focus on her because she will bring in the most fans right away, the most eyes on this. But that is exactly the reason why they should also focus on the other members. So let's see how far they go with that. I should have gone back. That's nice. There we get the member shots I wanted, so that's good. The top-down view is very smart, especially if it seems like this is the only set they have, especially if they are that limited. Playing around with the camera angles is the best they can do when they are doing it. What I will say, and I forgot about this because it's been so long, Xion always sounds better with live vocals. So I'm underwhelmed right now because I know that she sounds better when she's actually singing live. So that's unfortunate, just from this standpoint. The boots are crazy. The boots she's wearing, really nice touch, especially because the drummer also has the fluffy cardigan jacket thing. So there's a lot of consistency in visual texture. Can I say it like that? I don't know what I'm talking about, but my point still stands. Also, these shots are really nice, and I do I'm always limited in how high I can put the quality for these reactions, and I just know this would look better in HD or something. So that's on me. We are getting good shots of the members, but the music video is also very fast-paced, which I'm slightly disliking. It makes sense for a rock song, but it's still I need breathing room. I need you to show me the people and give me a moment to actually look at them instead of like cutting away immediately. So, from the standpoint, this is a debut music video. This doesn't make as much sense, but we still have like half for them to do clearer shots. So, let's see. Ah, backing vocals, that's good. There was a weird cut. What I will say is I wish the red tones in the outfits would be more consistent because we have this very muted red on one of the sweatshirts and on her jacket. Then we have the bright red in her boots and in the drummer's jacket. And especially when you have a specific accent color that is spread out over multiple people to tie the whole thing together, you should make sure that the color tones are at least very close together. In this case, we don't have that at all. So I see what they were trying to do, but it's not working. Especially because this is a rock band. It makes sense that they go with this very dark aesthetic and with a lot of muted colors. Because of that, it's very good that they chose red as the accent color to complement the members. However, because the red tones don't match across members, it's very disorienting because the only one I can really pinpoint is the drummer and Xion, just from her boots. Otherwise, it would be difficult for me to actually keep track of everyone, and it's difficult to actually... So, how am I going to say this? Dressing all the members similarly is good for cohesion. Dressing all the members similarly when you have an already comparably very well-known person in the group, with 3 people a lot of people don't know, dressing them all very similarly is kind of bad because it's hard to keep them apart. The only other band I really know of is OneWe, and even in the older stuff where they had more of a darker aesthetic, it was quite easy to tell the members apart. So I am absolutely criticizing that here because it's just the way this is handled. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. I hope that kind of evens out with promotions. I have no idea what kind of promotions they're going to do, but I do hope we get some form of live performance. And I lost my train of thought, so let's keep going. The change in intensity of vocals is really nice here. And the change of energy, for that matter. See, I didn't even notice that he was wearing red pants. It's a weird choice to have red as the accent color, and then now I keep on going back to that, but it's kind of like the only thing I can really grab onto here. What was I trying to say? It's weird to have red as the only accent color, but then have 2 of them very clearly in red tones that just blend in with the black immediately as soon as the light is low. And I do, because we are now almost at the end, I do want to complain I was not able to see their faces well. Now I'm paused, of course, but it's still like if you watch a music video and by the end you haven't really seen the individual people, it's always like a questionable thing if it's actually a good music video. Because yes, a music video is supposed to promote the group and the song, but I think it should also promote the individual members, so that's just a bit odd. I do also kind of wish you would at least have like 2 sets. Just because, like, not even 2 sets where they are playing the instruments and performing, but like this set is fine, but then like another set, even like something like outside. Filming the individual members outside would have been really nice, and I am very much thinking of like normal K-pop group music videos. But like even OneWe kind of does that. So that's like my closest reference point is OneWe, so just keep that in mind with my commentary. Even they did like individual shots of the members. I'm just mildly sad that we didn't get it here, because individual shots can do a lot for a group to get fans. If someone is interested in one person, they might stick around to learn about the others. So I'm just a little bit bothered by that. And I think what bothers me more, actually, now that I've talked about the outfits and the set a bit, I think it's just the fact that we have only one set and only one set of outfits. I feel like if we would have two sets with the same outfits or the same set with two sets of outfits, that would be a little bit better. Listen, I don't have a lot to talk about here, so I'm grasping at straws, so that would have been a little bit more interesting visually, you know. But yeah. Okay, let's finish the music video. Huh. Okay. The song is difficult for me right now because I do think I have to listen to it more before I can tell with certainty if I like it or not. It very much depends on my thoughts after a few more listens. What also confuses me about the styling now that I've noticed the bright red pants is that one of them has no bright red whatsoever, so that's also weird. It's also something I commented on in the Stray Kids Do It music video because I think they just had one set in there. They had like one main set in that music video and they did a lot with it by changing the lighting and banners that were hung up, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is I feel like they could have also played a lot more with the light and that would have also made it more interesting. It's just like the whole music video is one set of outfits, the same light. We've had some interesting camera angles, but that's basically it. And that's kind of unfortunate, especially because the only person we saw very clearly is Xion, and that's just not good when this is a new band that just includes a previously well-known person. So I know this is Xion's band, but this isn't just Xion. You know, I need this to be ChRocktikal and not Xion and friends, basically. So the music video right now, unfortunately, is more Xion and friends. So I would like to have clearer shots of each individual member. And even though I understand that Xion is the main vocalist, my point still stands. Now I'm like almost hoping we get another music video that is a little bit more balanced. But I also worry that because this music video is so monotone, that might mean the budget isn't as high as they would need it to be. So I'm mildly worried. I'm curious to see what promotional activities they will do. I will try to keep an eye on it. Regardless of that, I will keep my eye on them. I will listen to the album one way or another. Even though I haven't heard anything of the other songs, I don't think Peace will be my favorite song, because if I really, really like a song, I'm able to tell that pretty quickly. And because I'm unsure here, I feel like this either will be one that takes a long time to grow on me, or it's not my favorite. And I do more reactions on my channel. I write reviews sometimes over on Tumblr, if I could interest you in that. And I'm just gonna leave it here. So thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Drink tea. And with this, I release in the depths of the universe once again. See ya!